Welcome to another supreme motorcycle review in the Mini JP channel. On today's episode, JP rides the Speed 400 from Triumph, a beginner bike that is sure to turn some heads of even the most experienced riders. But will it live up to its looks? Let's see what it's like to ride.
Well, hello there in YouTube land and welcome back to the channel. And today we have a treat. A very small treat, but it's a treat. Look at that beautiful, beautiful mini bike. It's so cute. Oh, look at it, so beautiful. It is a Speed 400 from Triumph, and we are here at Iron Supply Powersports. And they are nice enough to let us ride this Speed 400 from Triumph. So what is a Speed 400 from Triumph? A Speed 400 from Triumph is a beginner bike for the unexperienced, right? It is a naked retro, they call them what do they call them? Modern Classics, I think that's what the lineup is called in Triumph. They do the best on these. And this is a small version of their big Speed 1200. As you can see, it has elements that look like it's retro, like these little fins that look like the engine is air-cooled, but it's not. It's a 400cc, I believe it's a single on this one. Yep, single. Haven't ridden a single in a while. So let's see how it compares to something like, I don't know, the 457 from Aprilia that I am going to ride eventually, and other, small capacity bikes. The only bikes I have ridden in this category are gonna be the C400 from Kawasaki, and well, maybe the Ninja 400 as well, and CBR 500. But in naked ones, just the C, I guess. I also rode a CF Moto that was very good. But check out this beautiful bike, man. It doesn't look like a beginner bike. It looks very premium. Now, how do they do that? They keep the cost down by building the bikes in a different factory in, I believe, India. All right, and they have the different Brembo brakes. They're like the Mani for Armani, Bribey for Brembo, right? It's a subsidiary. It's just a way of making things more affordable without messing up their whole brand name, right? They keep their brand. But I don't know, I love this bike. I'm afraid to get on it and not like it because I like it so much just by looking at it. But let's hop on it. The whole point is to ride the bike, not just look at it. Let's see. All right, first thing. Oh, it's a little bit taller than I was expecting for a bike that is beginner friendly, because I am not exactly tippy-toeing, but I can't flat foot this thing, so that is weird. Now it's very narrow, so I wouldn't think I would, I don't know, I thought I was gonna flat foot this thing, make it easy. Because I was thinking maybe you can get one of these for my wife, but I think it's going to be too tall for her. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, it's a little thumper. I like it. I like it. Yeah. The friction zone is very easy to engage. And the throttle also feels very smooth. Now, the whole tachometer and this thing doesn't look very new. But it's a beginner bike. It's fine. This thing also doesn't look very premium. All of the components, I mean, they don't look bad, but they do look sort of Chinese, plasticky. All right, let's get on, move on it. It shakes a lot. Oh my God, it drops like a bicycle. It's so nimble. It drops really quick. So I don't know if that's going to be easy for beginners. It feels like you're riding a bicycle, right? It's so nimble, so light. Oh, let's see if we can get out of the traffic. I hate this traffic, man. Especially on a bike that you don't feel confident that it's going to give you a whole bunch of beans. Well, let's go. Oh man, it turns. It turns really easily, but yeah, I don't think it has rider modes, and it is very, very slow. It's already asking me to change gears. So the suspension, and I don't know, even the pegs here, they feel like they're gonna break. They move a lot. They have like, I don't know if it's like they thought it was gonna be good to remove vibrations because it's a very vibey bike, being a single. I like the way it moves from side. I've never felt the bike so nimble on the turning from side to side since I rode the what's it called? It's a Harley Davidson Street 500, I think it's called. Well, it's hard to figure out in which gear you have to be, because on that type of corner you're usually in first, and on this bike I had to take it in third. That's how slow this bike is. I'm going 20 miles an hour, and I have to be in second. Not a very powerful bike. I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be powerful, but I don't even know why it needs second or first or second, because you can keep it in third, because it has all the torque down low, but then it runs out of power really quick. So let's see if it can handle the freeway. Right here it's saying that I'm going 50, but those are kilometers. So I'm guessing they just, to save cost, they keep the same thing on all countries. So it's in kilometers. You have to check the miles on the one that's down here. So right now I'm in 5th. It starts vibing right away. The seat is great because you can move around. So the only problem I see right now with this bike is that it's too tall. And today it's very windy. And this is one of those things that Triumph does very well. They build bikes that are stable. Even though the wind is taking you all over the place, this bike is very light. You don't feel worse than what I was feeling on my R7. But I am a little bit worried that doesn't have a lot of power up top. It's in 6th, it's already flashing, and I'm only doing 70. So for a 400cc bike, 70 shouldn't be a problem. I used to have a little 190, it did 76 miles per hour, so that was the top speed. This thing should be, I mean, it's plenty to go on the freeway. You don't have to drop a gear. You can change lanes. It does have a little bit more power than that, so it wouldn't be a problem. If you were worried about this bike not getting on the freeway, you can go on the freeway. It just takes forever to get out of the way of traffic, and then I'm running it too much, and I shouldn't, because it's a brand new bike. So let's get out of the freeway now. But I wanted to check that. I love the way that it's so nimble, but you get somebody with experience would want to put your knees on the tank, and this one, well, doesn't really have anything. I don't know, I like it. I like this bike for what it is. But you know what? I rode the CF Moto 450. I think that bike feels a little bit better than this. Of course, that one is a twin. I thought this was going to be a twin, but no, it's a single. And being a single, it's just a different experience. And the suspension is very, very soft. And as I was saying, the foot pegs are also soft. They move. You can feel it. That does not give you a lot of confidence, but the bike does feel good on the corners. The brakes are a little bit not squishy, because you do feel a lot of bite, but they don't stop. They don't have a lot of stopping power. I mean, it's enough because it's only a single disc on the front. You don't need a lot more, but if you're going to be riding like an idiot, like I always do, you do need a little bit more stopping power. But a bike like this is not meant for you to start changing things. And I love the mirrors, man. The mirrors are great. The whole aesthetics of the bike. What was I talking about? I digress. I have no idea what I was talking about. But I was talking about something. That I am sure. Oh yeah, that you don't want to buy a bike like this and then start changing things, because it's a beginner bike, right? You're going to trade it right away. But this bike being so pretty, I don't think anybody would mind if you bought it, right? For commuting. Oh my god, the suspension felt really bad. Even though it's so soft, it doesn't handle the bumps really good or really well, English teacher. But I wouldn't mind having a bike like this on my stable just for the look of it, and that way you can modify it, make it your own. There are not a lot of things that you need to change, but maybe the display, if there's something nicer, maybe the grips, maybe this thing, those bags that, look, they move. I don't know if you can see it, that they move. It's not a bad bike. I mean, I would definitely put it on the list, not on the top of the list, but on the bottom of the list if I get a whole bunch of money and somebody that I don't know I inherit some money. I would definitely buy a bike like this just so I can modify it, make my own, and I can use it to commute to, I was gonna say work, but if I make a lot of money, somebody gives me so much money that I can buy all these bikes, I don't think I'm going to work, but I would go someplace, and I would definitely not mind riding this bike day and night. And the wind is terrible today. But as I was saying, the bike doesn't feel that bad for a 400, so light. This is the weight, boom. And another thing that will get you to buy this bike, and if you're an experienced rider, I mean, just for the looks, just for the aesthetic, don't expect any performance out of this thing. But I forgot. Again, I am so freaking tired. We rode in the morning 30-90 and 149, and we hit it a couple of times. I am so freaking tired. I don't know if this was my exit. If it wasn't, it is now, because I'm not going in that freeway on that traffic. There's no way. Although it would have been a good idea to see how good this bike is in traffic, but we'll find out soon enough. I don't know, man. This bike is so comfortable and easy to get along with, but it is a problem that the little single cylinder wants to rev really quick and has all the torque down low. Oh my god, you stand up and you feel like the little pegs are gonna break apart and you're gonna fall on your butt. So yeah, standing up with those foot pegs, not a good idea. But you don't want to hit the bumps with this suspension and this seat, because it's a little bit hard on that for that. So it's not the seat, it's just the suspension. It's so weird because it is, oh man, it is soft, but it doesn't feel plush. Once you hit a bump really hard, I think the spring is just too hard. But it's a very nice bike. I love the mirrors, man, and I love the aesthetics of the thing. The paint, it doesn't feel like a budget bike, but at all. So Triumph, they didn't knock it out of the park, but they did hit a double with this one of those stand-up doubles. Good bike all around, good price, very good look. The sound is not bad. I mean, it doesn't sound like, oh my god, here comes a very big bike. No, it sounds like a little single, but it does have a good growl to it. You don't feel like you're on a beginner bike. I don't think a lot of people would notice that you're on a beginner bike when you're on this thing. Only people who know, but people who don't know, I'm not staying in that traffic. Forget about it. Forget it about it. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if this was the exit. If I turn here, am I gonna get to go back to Iron Supply? I don't know. Yeah, this is something that they have to do. Maybe they offer a seat that is shorter, because this one, I mean, it's too tall for what it is. You want a bike like this for beginners, and a lot of people are going to be shorter than me. Not a lot of people, but some people, all right? I am 5'9" on a good day. But I have a 32 inch, well, I used to have 32, now it's like a 30-inch inseam, and I am tiptoeing. All right, let's get out of the way of this traffic. Okay. I got out of the way of the traffic just in time for the green light, but now it's a red again. Yeah, this is the turn right here. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think about this bike? I think it's a nice bike. Hopefully for the next iteration of this bike, they do something about this ugly dash and give us an analog tachometer instead of the speedometer. So put it backwards, put the speed here and the revs here. That's a lot better, a lot sportier, I think. The transmission is very smooth. You can change gears and find neutral, no problem. That's very good. The blinkers are also easy to engage, and they have a lot of feel. I don't think it has any electronics that doesn't need it. Things that I would change on this bike, I would definitely, I don't know, I would do something about it revving so high, so easy on first, because the gearing is it's so short. You can I'm guessing you can start this bike, you can move or break inertia on this bike in third. We're not going to try it now because we have traffic behind us. We don't want to stall. But let's see if we can do something. Look, I'm in third right there, and I am going 20 miles per hour. Man, I like the way it drops. It just drops on a dime. All right, let's see if we can do that. If we can actually start in third. Yep. Yeah, you can start in third. I don't know why they made the gearing so short. I mean, I get it. It's a beginner bike, but I would change that. But anyway, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you liked the videos, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell button, and share it with all your friends. You don't like the videos, well, share them with all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Tires grip and asphalt scream. Katy streets, my till the morning.